It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL, some Monday Night Football, Bears at Rams. We've got a promo code for you guys. Use the code BIG10, BIGTEN, if you want 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Rams favor this one -6. The total is 45. The Bears are 5-1 on the season and 4-2 against the spread. The Rams enter 4-2, but 3-3 against the number. We've got Lee from ASA joining us now. Lee, what jumps out to you when you see these two teams on paper?
Well, I like the scheduling situation here where you have the Rams off a big upset, a loss in a division game against the 49ers, and the Bears are off a misleading win at Carolina. The Bears were outgained 4.9 yards per play to 4.1 yards per play for Carolina last week. They benefited from 3 turnovers, which the Bears defense do tend to force turnovers, but still they were a benefactor of +3 in the turnover margin. Bears offense is 28th in the NFL right now, averaging 4.8 yards per play. They're 27th in scoring at 21 points per game. Chicago has scored a total of 128 points in 5 games this year. 42 of those, 33%, have come in the fourth quarter against Atlanta and Detroit, 2 really bad defenses. Now they're going to face a top 10 defense in the Rams. In similar games, they played Tampa Bay, Indy, Carolina. They were held to under 270 total yards of offense in those games. So we like the big edge rusher, Donald, for the Rams. We like that advantage for him getting to Nick Foles. We also like, as I mentioned earlier, the Rams coming off that big divisional loss. The Rams off a loss are 11-4 straight up their last 15, and they've won those games by 7.5 points per game. So they're in a good situation coming off that loss. Rams offense is top 10 in terms of yards per play. They're 39-19 straight up at home since 2017, and they've won those games by an average of 6 points per game. So we feel the Rams will bounce back off a loss, and the Bears really aren't quite as good as their 5-1 record.
Oh, for sure. I think they're one of the luckier teams in the NFL, along with my Titans. It seems like, the Bears, all 5 wins by 7 points or less. So they've had some really good fortune and probably due for some regression here. But I think the defenses are probably going to take center stage in this one for me. And I kind of like an under for that reason, because both of these teams are among the best in the league when it comes to pass defense. Bears defense limiting opposing quarterbacks to just 57% completion rate, which is the lowest in the league. I don't love Jared Goff under pressure either. I do lean the Rams in this one, but I do like the under a little bit better just because I don't think the Bears are going to score too many points. They have Aaron Donald, who's been a defensive machine for them, and he's the odds-on favorite for Defensive Player of the Year with 7.5 sacks. My pick is on the under 45.
Yeah, and to add to that, the Bears are currently 7th in the NFL, allowing 19.3 points per game. Rams 5th, allowing 19 points per game. So
yeah, and generally I like unders a little bit better when it comes to night games. Just a leaning. I don't have any stats to back that up per se, but just between these two defenses that have really good pass rushers, and especially Aaron Donald, he can be a one-man wrecking crew when it comes to this Rams defense. And as a team, the Rams have 22 sacks on the season, which is good for 5th in the league. But yeah, I'm taking the under, and always good stuff from Lee from ASA. That's going to wrap it up for NFL Talk. Lee, thanks for joining us.